we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. Hebrews chapter 4 verses 16. Hello beautiful family, a very warm welcome back to the Lovely Starch Food channel. Thank you so much for coming back. I believe you heard the saying that there are so many ways to kill a cat, and definitely it is for Angwamoo as well. If Angwamoo is new to your ears, it is one of Ghanaian's hidden treasure. When it comes to rice recipes, it is very easy to make, quick but yet very delicious. And today I am coming your way with the sardine version. We are making sardine Angwamoo today, so please kindly stay tuned. You will love this as well. I have all the listed ingredients below, so please kindly check it out in the description box. All right, so in this recipe I'll be using 2 cans of sardine in vegetable oil. I'll strain the vegetable oil on the side. We will use it later, so do not throw away. I am going to put my sardines in a bowl, and once I'm done with everything, I'm going to now go ahead and use my fork to shred it. All right, I'm going to now go ahead and make sure it's nice and fluffy, and once I get the texture that I am going for, I'll then go ahead and set it aside. Please be guided. I know this is very tempting, but do not enjoy everything at once. This is for a recipe, okay? You can just taste a little bit. So once I'm done, I'll set it aside and go ahead and grind some dried pepper. This is also going to tone down the fishy smell that comes with sardines. All right, and I want the rice to be also very nice and tasty, and to even elevate the flavors, I'm going to add 3 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to grind everything together. Once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and chop some red onions. I use 1 medium-sized red onion, and I also go ahead and cut about half yellow onions as well. I just want this recipe to have enough onions. The more onions you use, the better. So once I'm done prepping all the ingredients in my pot, I am going to add just about half cup of vegetable oil, and then go in with my sardine oil as well, and then add all my onions in here. Fry it until they are nice and caramelized. So now let's add our grinded pepper and garlic to this. Stir everything together for a minute, and then add our shredded sardines. Oh my goodness, there are awesome flavors popping up already, and I am loving every bit of it. So once the sardines go in, you want to stir gently together once again. Fry it for another minute, and then wash your rice. In this recipe I use some basmati rice. Go ahead and use jasmine rice, any rice, perfume rice, any rice that you prefer. Today I went with basmati rice. Make sure you wash it very well, and then go ahead and add your rice right here. Gently stir everything together, and then allow it to fry for about a minute before you go ahead and add some water and salt to season. I told you this recipe is very easy. You see the result will be mind-blowing. It is so easy to put this together, you won't even believe it. Please kindly give me a thumbs up if you are enjoying the recipe already, and kindly share with your friends and family. I believe they're going to love this so much. So here I went in with a tablespoon of salt, and to that I added 2 cups of water, and I used 3 cups of rice here. So you just want to know the amount of water you need here. I am the type that I do not like my Angwamoo to be mushy, okay? I want it to be singled out. I prefer mine most times like that. So you just want to go ahead and taste for salt. If it is okay, then you go ahead, gently stir, make sure everything is well incorporated. Here you're going to cover it on a low to medium heat, and you're going to cook this for about 25 to 30 minutes depending on how much you want your council to be. That is the rice carpet, okay? So after about 15 minutes ish, you realize that you've lost good amount of the liquids that you have in your rice. So it's good for you to just give it a simple stir and cover it with your parchment paper, aluminium foil, or maybe a clean cloth, okay, just so that the rice cooks with that beautiful vapor that you're going to get. So while waiting for everything to get ready, of course we need some pepper, some meko, hot spicy meko will always do the magic. So here I added some habanero peppers, some onions, ginger, and some fresh tomatoes, and of course some salt to season. I cannot even count the amount of time we've grinded pepper on this channel. You can tell that I love it. It is amazing, just so fresh and just so nice. So now that I'm done with my pepper grinding, I'll go ahead and make my fried eggs. Who does not love a bit of fried eggs in their angwamoo? Let me know. Anyway, I prefer my boiled, but the entire household love their omelette. I'll season my egg with a bit of salt and go in with some sausage, some onions, tomatoes, and just mix everything together gently. And in my saucepan or frying pan, I'll add a little touch of oil, allow it to heat up, and just put everything in. And yes, I'll just go ahead and also check my rice, allow the omelette to do its work, and before you can say jack, your rice, omelette, and your pepper sauce is ready. This dish is so easy to just put everything together, and let not me begin with how delicious this is. It is absolutely incredibly tasty. And oh yes, this is fully loaded with some sardines, extra sardines, chicken wings, even some avocados, and of course my hot pepper sauce. The list can go on and on and on. You can even add some corned beef. Why not? There you have it, family. It is absolutely sumptuous, delicious, and just incredibly tasty. You don't always need the tolo beef. If you have sardines, just whip this very quick and you're going to love it, especially the kanzo. Oh my goodness, it is so amazing. This is another way to plate it as well. I use some boiled eggs here, some chicken wings, and my favorite, corned beef, and of course some avocados. There you have it, family. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and let me know in the comment section which bowl would you gladly go for, the A with the fried eggs or the B with the boiled eggs. Let me know. I love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching once again. Please kindly give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this recipe, and if this is your first time here, hello, my name is Lovia from Lovey Start. My main goal here is to get everyone will come back to the Lovey Start Food channel. Thank you so much for coming back. If you have one canned corned beef in your pantry and a little bit of rice, few ingredients to touch it up, then you're going to be making this delicious corned beef rice, aka corned beef angwamoo. It is absolutely delicious. This is easily going to be one of your favorite rice recipes that you'll be making it over and over again. It is so good. Fam, stay tuned and let me walk you through it. You will love it, I promise. So these are the list of ingredients. I am going to be using basmati rice today. Go ahead and feel free to use any rice of your choice. One canned corned beef, some onions, a little bit of chopped bell peppers, some garlic, salt to season, and a little bit of oil. I am going to list each and every ingredient down below in the description box, so please kindly check it out. So I am going to take out my corned beef, and with the help of my fork, I am going to just break it out and make it nice and fluffy. Once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and add about 1 cup of oil. I use sunflower oil. You may choose to use any oil of choice. So once the oil is nice and warm, I'll go in with 1 large chopped yellow onions and begin to fry it for about 2 minutes or until it is nice and caramelized. While that is ongoing, I'll then go ahead and shred about 3 cloves of garlic. This bring extra aroma to it. I wish I could say it's optional, but it really makes this rice taste better with garlic. Okay, so if you are a garlic lover, you can also add about 2 or 3 cloves more. It is absolutely amazing in here. So I'll fry that for an extra 2 minutes and then add my corned beef. Whilst the corned beef go in, you just need to fry it for about 1 to 2 minutes. And I love a little bit of heat in here, so I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of hot spicy pepper powder. You can also decide to add paprika powder if you do not want it too spicy. Okay, this really elevate the flavors for me. And I'm going to go in with some chopped bell peppers. Go in with any color of choice. I chose the orange, the green, and the yellow one. I will stir everything together and just allow everything to simmer for about a minute and introduce my washed basmati rice. With this recipe, I love to use my basmati rice because I love the texture and the flavor that it brings to this recipe. Of course, if you are a jasmine rice lover, you can definitely add your jasmine long grain rice as well. It will work, but I prefer basmati rice in this recipe. Stir everything to combine, and I'll just taste for salt because corned beef comes a little bit salty sometimes, so you just want to make sure that the salt quantity in here is perfect. So you just want to add about 2.5 cups of water. So in this recipe, I use 3.5 cups of basmati rice. So the 2.5 cups of the water was just enough for me. Stir everything gently together and then taste and adjust to salt. This point you will know the amount of salt you need. Okay, so once it's done, cover it and just allow this to cook on a low to medium heat for about 25 minutes. All right, this rice recipe, family, is amazingly delicious. You have to really try it. And if you're enjoying this recipe, please kindly give me a thumbs up, share with your friends and family. That friend that love Angwamoo, share it with them and let them try this corned beef angwamoo. They will love it so much. Now cover your rice on a low to medium heat, as I said, and be checking up on it every 10 minutes. And oh boy, the fragrance from this rice is simply amazing. This is bougie angwamoo. It is absolutely incredibly tasty. So after about 15 minutes of it cooking, I'm going in with my parchment paper. Allow this to cook for an extra 10 minutes. After about 5 minutes, you want to check up on your rice a little bit to make sure everything is doing well. And as you can see, it is doing amazing. So I'm going to cover it once again with my parchment paper and allow this to cook for extra 5 minutes, and we should be done. And in the meantime, I have little things I want to fix. I am going to fry my eggs. It is optional. You can decide to also cook your eggs. I fried 2 eggs with some onions, a bit of tomatoes and bell peppers in there, seasoning it with a little bit of salt, and there we go. It was so amazing. I also went ahead to just make my hot pepper sauce. On this channel, we've had this over and over again, and this is a mixture of some pepper, some tomatoes, garlic, a little bit of ginger as well, and onions. You blend everything together and season with salt. Voila, that is it. Here my rice is ready. It is ready to be served, and as you can see, the basmati rice did the magic. It is so incredibly tasty. Just look at that. Have a look at a proper Angwamoo rice. It is so lovely. I believe this is going to be one of your favorite rice recipe from now. I prefer mine with some boiled eggs and a little bit of pepper on top, like the Kosiano Meko vibe, a little bit of avocado and some sardines. Boy, I do not need to talk more. You can see the magic. Get you some chilled malt, sobolo, or just simple water, and you are going to enjoy this meal a lot. Please let me know in the comment section, are you team A with boiled eggs or team B with that fried eggs? Let me know. I would love to read from you. There you have it, family. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this recipe and you're going to give it a try. I hope that this inspired you enough to try it. I believe you're going to love it anytime you do. So please make sure you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this recipe. And if this is your first time here, hello, my name is Lovia from Lovey's Touch. My main goal here is to cheer you up into making your own delicious meal right at the comfort of your home. I also love to share kitchen related motivational videos, so please come on board and subscribe. Touch Food channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Angwamoo is on the menu today. This is the Ghanaian oil rice or braised rice. It is absolutely one of the easiest rice recipe you could ever find yourself make. I'll be making this with a fun twist that is going to take your Angwamoo delivery to the next level. You are absolutely going to love it more. So please be sure to stay tuned and do not forget to also give me a thumbs up if you already like what you're seeing. All right, let's get started. So to begin with, I would like to go through the ingredients. As always, I'll be listing each and every ingredients below in the description box, so please do well to check it out. For my proteins today, I'll be using some eggs and some sardines, and I also have some sausages, very optional. And I also have some jasmine rice and some spaghettis, some cooking olive oil and salt to taste. You will also need lots of onions. I have some peppers, ginger, and I'll be also using some tomatoes for our hot pepper dip. Okay, I have one secret ingredient that you will see later. All right, so I'll go ahead and chop all my onions. So now that the onions are chopped, I'm going to get all the ingredients that I will need to make my rice. This is the secret ingredient that I was talking about. I have some garlic and ginger to this. I also have my Kobe, which is going to give it that authentic aroma, which I absolutely love. So to begin with, in my pot, I'm going to spread a little bit of oil in there, and I'm going to just saute my sausages. I will saute this for about 5 minutes on each side, and once it's done, I'm going to set it aside. I plan on not using too many pots in this cooking, so I'm going to do it one pot. Okay, so I'm going to now add a little bit of oil and also fry my Kobe. Kobe here represents salted dried tilapia, which add unique flavors to all your Ghanaian dishes. All right, I'll fry that for about 5 minutes as well, and then go in with my chopped onions. Please, if you have lots of onions, use it. Okay, I'm going to fry that for about 3 to 5 minutes as well until they are very nice caramelized. Now, this is my little secret to this angwamoo that makes it exceptional. I'm going to also go ahead and shred some garlic and ginger as well. These two ingredients are going to take your angwamoo game to the next level, so please do not hesitate to add few of them in your angwamoo next time. All right, you're going to absolutely love it. So now you want to fry this for about 2 minutes more, not more than 2 minutes, because the ginger can really get better if you over fry it. Okay, so add in your washed rice, stir everything to combine, and oh boy, the aromas coming out is incredible. It is amazing. Just imagine the Kobe alone. You are going to love this, trust me. Just fry this rice for about 5 minutes and then go in with your spaghetti. For me, the spaghetti also make a statement here, but if you do not like your spaghetti and rice cooked together, you may completely omit it. It is okay. Okay, so I'm going to also season it with a bit of salt. Start to combine until everything is well seasoned perfectly, and then you want to go in with about 3 cups of hot boiling water. So now I see that the water is perfect. Now I want this to be done one pot. I do not want to be cooking things on this side, so I'm going to wash my uncooked eggs and I'm going to put it right in the rice so that everything cooks together. And while cooking your eggs in here, it also absorbs all the flavors as well, and you do not have to be frying your eggs. Okay, oil rice fried eggs is quite not too good. Okay, you have to be intentional about the amount of oil used in your dishes. So you want to also boil your eggs while you are making oil rice. Boiled eggs happens to be a lot more healthier. Okay, so we have to be a little bit intentional. That's it. I'm going to cover this rice with my baking paper and allow it to slowly cook for another 15 minutes and we should be done. While waiting, I'll go ahead and prep for my hot pepper sauce or my tomato and pepper dip. Super spicy is what I want. I'm going in with 2 strong habanero peppers, some ginger, some red onions, and salt. From I ended up using just 2 fresh tomatoes to 2 habanero pepper. That was extremely spicy, so you just want to make sure that you do according to the heat you can take. Okay, very, very important. Mokoyirawa business is something you have to decide for yourself. Okay, it's definitely not child's play. You really need to be strong. Okay, but a few things that you can do here. You see me using the oil from my sardines. It can tone down the spiciness as well, which is absolutely great. Okay, so use some sardine oil and you're good to go. All right, so I'm going to put my pepper in my bowl and I want my asanka to be free because we'll be serving it in there. All right, so now that you have it, our rice is nicely cooked and fluffy. As you can see, the aromas and the infusion is mind-blowing. I'm going to now take out my eggs. You see, very easy, very simple recipe, and you have to just try this. You need to try this. It is absolutely flavorful. Now the rice is cooked perfectly. It looks absolutely yummy. It is fluffy. It is just so flavor packed. So all that we have to do is serve it in our sanka, of course. And oh boy, that kanzo, that carpet was everything. And my eggs were also popping with a bit of some hot pepper sauce, and oh, this was everything. In short, I had the best experience with my Angwamoo today, and I hope you took home few tips here and there with you for your Angwamoo game to raise to the next level. Thank you so much, family, for watching. I truly enjoyed your company. Please do not forget to give me a thumbs up, share it with few friends and family, and if this is your first time here, hello, my name is Lovia from Lovey's Touch. My main goal here is to cheer you up into making your own delicious meal right at the comfort of your home. I also love to share kitchen related to the Lovey's Touch food channel. Thank you so much for coming back. If you see this recipe, all that you have to do is pick up your phone and call your bestie and make them this delicious angwamoo. This will literally take you 20 minutes to get everything to it. Angwamoo is one popular rice recipe in Ghana. It is one of the easiest rice recipe you could ever make, but the taste is amazing and it's just so cozy and very delicious to have. Let me walk you through this step by step of how to make the best angwamoo ever. There are lots of tips to go home with, so please be sure to take a seat, get cozy, and let's get right into it. As usual, I've listed each and every ingredient right below in the description box, so kindly check it out. So to begin with, I like to go ahead and chop my onions. Lots of onions is very much needed in this recipe. I'm using 1 large yellow onion and half a medium size of red onions. I'm going to slice them like so as you see on your screens, and once I'm done, I will then go ahead and cut my tolo beef. Yes, I'm going to be using tolo beef for this. It is very important and very key in your angwamoo. You just want that authentic tolo beef flavor in your Angwamoo, it just take this recipe to a whole different level. I've shared how to make this right at the comfort of your home, so you can. I'm going to link it here, okay? So in my pot, I'm going to add about 1 cup of oil. Use olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, any oil of choice. In this very recipe, I use sunflower oil for this, and it's good when you want to fry something for a very long time. And after frying my onions for about 2 minutes, I'm going to now add my tolo beef, and I'm going to fry these two ingredients for about 5 to 6 minutes until they're very nice and caramelized, just like this. So good. I'll then go ahead and wash my rice. In total, I'm using 3 cups of Yasmin long grain rice in this very recipe. And yes, this is going to be able to serve about 4 to 5 hungry men. So if you want to make more or less, you just want to adjust your amount or quantity of ingredients used. Okay, so yes, I'm going to make sure after putting in my washed rice, I'm going to make sure I stir everything together, add about tablespoon of salt, and stir everything very well together and allow this to fry on its own for about 2 minutes, and then add some lukewarm water. Adding lukewarm water here is very key. It's going to make your rice cook very well on the pace that it needs to go. So if all your ingredients here are nice and hot or warm and you add cold water, it's just going to slow all your cooking process and even affect the texture of your rice. So add in not too hot but lukewarm water when it comes to this stage. It's also going to help your rice to get that singled out texture that we all want and all look forward to. Okay, so after about 5 minutes of it cooking on a low to medium heat, I went ahead to check up on it just to make sure that it is not stuck at the bottom and everything is well cooking very well together. Make sure you're doing this on a low to medium heat. It's very important. So after checking up on it, I realized that I need to get 1 or 2 things together, which is making sure I grind my pepper. Angwamoo goes so well with your grinded pepper. There is no angwamoo without this very hot chili grinded pepper with a bit of tomatoes, ginger, a little bit of garlic if you're a garlicky girl or guy, and a bit of salt to taste. Lots of onions in here as well. If you do not want to use your sanka, please go ahead and use your blender using your pulse button because you do not want it to be very smooth. Okay, I wanted this to be very nice and spicy, so the pepper in here was way too much, so I ended up adding a bit of the sardine oil to just lower the amount of pepper in here, but it was good. Very good. And once I'm done with that, I'll just go ahead and put the sardines on the side. People also use corned beef, whichever way, it's perfect. So delicious. And once I'm done with my pepper salsa, I'm going to set it aside and go ahead and check on my rice, looking so good. And that aroma, there is something about the aroma of your angwamoo which is so tasty and so satisfying. And yes, I'm going to cover it with parchment paper. Allow this to cook or steam for the next 5 more minutes. If you want more of the kanzu, that is the carpet of the rice, it is very good to have that too. Then you will go ahead and cook this for a little over 5 more minutes. All right, there you have it. This is so easy, family. It is not too difficult at all. And if you're wondering what you could replace with the tolo beef, you can use some diced bacon. It is very close to that, just that it's not cured. So but I will highly recommend that you watch the tolo beef recipe because in this recipe it's a very key ingredient here. It makes it so delicious. Yes. lately. You have not been 35 before. So you already know Ghanaians and eggs 5 and 6 we go together, and Angwamoo especially goes so well with some eggs. You may choose to cook it or boil it or fry it in omelette form as I am about to do. Whichever way, perfect. It's just so perfect. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of oil in my frying pot and then add my eggs. In here I have a bit of tomatoes, onions, pepper, and a little bit of salt to season, and there you have it. Just make it in omelette form and you have it. Go ahead and serve yourself, put everything together and enjoy. This is so good. You and your bestie or your loved ones are going to love it. If you don't have anybody around, please go ahead and make this for yourself. And I promise you're going to feel so much better no matter what you're going through. Just pause and make Angwamoo and eat. And then you go on, okay? That is life for you. Put a bit of avocado on the side. I love it. And enjoy. So delicious. There you have it, family. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoy this recipe and are going to save it and make it as soon as possible, because this really is such an easy meal and I know you can make. It's the 67th birthday of our beloved country, Ghana. It is a blessing to come from Ghana. Ghana is such a beautiful, peaceful country and we all love it. And day like this, I always want to share recipes that is so easy for everyone in the world to give it a try. We are sharing a very delicious, tasty rice recipe. This is popularly known as Angwamoo. It's super delicious, one of the best tasty recipes you find in Ghana, yet it has few ingredients for you to get this together. Today we are making it with a twist with some bulgur wheat, which is so amazingly delicious. So please stay tuned while we make our independence burger Angwamoo. Let's get right into it, fam. Let's go through the ingredients. I have here 2.5 cups of Yasmin long grain rice, and as I said, I'm going to incorporate a little bit of some bulgur wheat in it. I used just 1 cup of that, and this is how it looks like. I also have all the other ingredients to make this rice super delicious. I'll go ahead and list each one of them below in the description. We are making this rice as authentic as possible, so we are going to use some tolo beef. Tolo beef simply means some salted cured beef. I made this right at the comfort of my home. I have a recipe of that and I'm going to link it here for your own convenience, and it's also been linked below in the description box. So I'm going ahead to cut them into nice manageable sizes. Once I'm done, I'll go ahead and chop my onions as well. Your Angwamoo really needs a good amount of onions because onions are going to relieve that lovely sweet flavor to your rice, which will make it even more tastier. So I'm using a medium size of yellow onion and half medium size of red onion. So ta-da, we are done. Everything is set. We are going to now begin our rice. So now we are going to put a good amount of oil in our pot. I'm using here some cooking olive oil. Please use any oil of choice. Once it's nice and warm, go ahead and add all your chopped onions in here. You want to fry these onions for about 2 minutes or until you see that it has released all its natural sweet aromas into your oil. The sweet sounds, the beautiful aroma from the onions always get me going. It is absolutely delicious. So once you fry this for a little while, you go in with your tolo beef. Beef is salty, fatty, and just so aromatic. It's going to release super amazing flavors into the oil and onion. So you just want to go ahead and fry this on a low to medium heat for another 2 minutes. You realize that both the tolo beef and the onions are nicely caramelized. That's how we want it to be. Absolutely delicious, and the fattiness from the beef has also dissolved a little bit. As you can see, it is just so beautiful, just beautiful. I go ahead and now wash my rice. As always, I preach on this channel, it is very important to wash your rice. All right, so I'm going to wash it until all the water that I will add turns to crystal clear. I'll also wash my bulgur wheat as well, and voila, we're going to add everything back to the base of our angwamoo. This recipe is absolutely so easy. Look how beautiful this two combination has just caramelized. I'm going to scoop a little bit of my caramelized onions on the side for later use. Oh, this smells so good. And I'll go ahead and add my rice and bulgur wheat. I added bulgur wheat here just to make it a good balance, because sometimes having the rice on its own can be very starchy. So the bulgur wheat is going to balance it. It gives me a little bit more of protein, a lot more of vitamin B, and it has good amount of fiber as well. I love bulgur wheat. It's absolutely nutritious and very delicious. Comment below if you want me to make more recipes using bulgur wheat. Okay, I might just upload more. So here I just went ahead to stir very well. As you already know, it has a good amount of tolo beef that contains lots more salt as well. So it is very important to taste it before you season with salt, as I did. So now you want to go ahead and keep stirring, fry it for about 3 minutes, and then add a good amount of water to cook the rice and the bulgur wheat. These two have the same cooking time, so you do not have to worry. It's all going to cook together perfectly. I added just about 2 cups of water, and it was so good. I'm going to go ahead and taste if the salt is enough. I saw that it was good, it was enough, so I went ahead to cover it and cook this for about 15 minutes until I lost all the good amount of water that I added. So I'm going to give it a good stir once again and make sure that the bottom is not burning and everything is so intact. I'm going to cover it once again for another 15 to 20 minutes. Make sure that each grain of rice is perfectly cooked together, and the wheat as well. Do you remember the caramelized onions that we put aside? It is the perfect time to introduce it here. And once it is being introduced, I'll just make sure that I spread it over the rice and now cover it with my parchment paper, and I'll allow it to cook for about 20 minutes on a low to medium heat until everything is perfectly cooked. Okay, so here I just came to check on it after about 10 minutes, and boy oh boy, it was steaming very well, and those lovely fragrance from everything, oh my goodness, it was just perfection. I'll go ahead, stir it gently and cover it once again for about 10 to 20 minutes while I'll get other stuff done. I have to really fry my eggs on the side and also grind my pepper. So the waiting time will get everything done. I'm going to use 4 eggs. Your angwamoo really needs some omelette on the side. It is a Ghanaian thing. You just have to have it. You can also, however, decide to boil your eggs. Whichever way, it is great. But it has to be some eggs somewhere, okay? So I went ahead to crack about 4 eggs, and I went in with my spring onions, a bit of red onions, some vegetables, any vegetable of choice. I used some tomatoes, a bit of yellow bell peppers, and I went ahead to season it with salt. Now you just want to go ahead and whisk it very well, mix it everything together, and now go ahead and make your omelette. It is so delicious. In my frying pan, I'm going to just smear a little bit of oil. Once it's nice and warm, I'll just throw in my eggs. Just look at that beauty. That is it. Now we have our perfectly made omelette for our delicious angwamoo. Now let's grind some pepper. Yes, angwamoo needs a bit of hot pepper sauce to go with it, and to make this you need some onions, a bit of ginger, and add a little amount of salt right from the beginning. Pepper is very important, so you need to add as much pepper as you want. I went in with 1 full habanero pepper, little bit of salt and just went ahead to grind it very, very well. As you see here, once I get this consistency, it doesn't have to be really fine, okay? I'll add my fresh tomatoes. You may use as many as you want. Today I wanted it to be a little bit more spicier than the usual, so I went in with 2 fresh tomatoes, and boy oh boy, the spice was spicing. It was really, really spicy, how I love it to be. Okay, so go ahead until you're done. Set that aside because you're going to dish out our delicious bulgur Angwamoo in our asanka, aka apotoyoa. Just look how beautiful this rice is looking. It is so delicious, and I love the aroma of Angwamoo. It always win for me. It is so delicious. And now to get the best carpet, or asie, the rice carpet is very pertinent in this kind of recipe. So you just want to put the whole pot that you cooked your rice with in water, just so that it will be easier for you to get the rice carpet. K-A-S-C. Now let's dish our delicious bulgur Angwamoo out, and it is set for us to just enjoy. This is one of Ghanaian delicacies, and it's so good, family. You just have to try it. You have to just try it, and you'll be a believer. Thank you so much. You just need your omelette, a bit of sardine. People also use some corned beef, your pepper sauce, a bit of avocados, and you are set to go. Some people also use sausage, but it wasn't back then. This way is the most authentic way ever. So there you have it, family. Would you love to try this? Let me know in the comment section. It is absolutely delicious. I love this for you. It is so good. You want to give it a try and you will testify. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed your time with me, and I hope that you enjoyed this day to the fullest. Happy 67th birthday to our homeland, Ghana. It is absolutely great joy to come from that particular country. I just love my roots. We are just such a happy, cheerful, peaceful people. We just love life, and we just love simple things, exactly like this food. So there you have it, family. Thank you so much for watching right to the end. I really appreciate you, and I'm so thankful that you watched all the way to the end. Please do not forget to give me a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and also if this is your first time here, hello, my name is Lovia from Lovey's Touch. My main goal here is to cheer you up into making all these amazing Ghanaian food right at the comfort of your home. Let me be your inspiration, okay? Come on board and join the family. We're such a beautiful, happy family here. I will be so glad to have you here. So please do not forget to subscribe to join the family and to enjoy each and every week